Hi, everybody. I know I'm going to read another story. This is Raz Kids, and we're going to start using Raz Kids. So this will show you what the book is like. And I'm going to use it as our foundations lessons today because we're going to be detectives. So put on your detective hats, and we're going to look for words with endings, suffixes like S, ED, and ING, like we've been working on this week. So let's see how it goes. I'm going to read. This is called Smelly Clyde, written by Ned Jensen and illustrated by Nora Vutas. Okay? And this is the title page. As you can see, it's got the title and it's got the authors again. Lots of books have title pages. Okay. Clyde was a clever dog. He was smart and he was loyal. He would get the newspaper for his master, Mr. Mora. He would get Mr. Mora's slippers. You're right. You found a word? You did. Here it is. Now, one of the cool things I can do is I get an arrow and I'm going to highlight slippers. It would be slipper and then slippers. It would be slipper and then you'd read it slippers, the suffix, and it means more than one. Nice job. Next page. He could roll over and sit up. He could lay down and shake hands. Another word with a suffix. I'm going to go back up here and I'm going to, hold on, highlight it. I'm going to highlight hand, hands. Great job, guys. Great detectives. But Clyde had one terrible bad habit. He loved to roll in manure. Ooh. Whenever he had a chance, Clyde would race down to Farmer Brown's farm. Oh gosh, guys, I'm stinky. Clyde would point his nose high in the air. Then he would begin to sniff, and he would sniff, and he would sniff. And as soon as he would pick up a whiff of what he loved, manure. We got another one, guys. You're right. We have love, loved. It's got a suffix. I can also have the word red if you want to hear it. Loved. So if you're doing a book and you don't know, you go up here to the tool, one of the toolkits, looks like a paintbrush, click it on and they'll read it. Loved. And then you can highlight it so you can practice it later. And this is love, loved. Beautiful. One day, Clyde ran to the chicken yard. He wiggled and he wormed his way under the fence. Then he laid down and rolled over and over. He scooted through the dirt and manure. Oh no, Clyde. Chicken doesn't look happy, but Clyde looks happy, huh? Oh my gosh. I know, lots of them, right? Lots of suffixes on words. Go up here. We have wiggle. With the suffix, it's wiggled. We have worm, suffix ed, wormed. We have roll, rolled. Very good. And we have scooted. They all had the suffix ed. They were all action, right? Dog was doing something, and it was something he already did. So this is kind of a story in the past. When he had enough, Clyde wiggled and wormed his way back under the fence. Then, once again, he put his nose to the air, high in the air, and began to sniff. Soon, Clyde sniffed the smell of another favorite, cow manure. Oh gosh, that's even worse than chick. You're right, we got some more words with suffixes. We got wiggled, wiggle, wiggled. We've got worm, wormed. We've got, I think, sniff, sniffed. And once again, if you had wanted to hear it, you could have listened to it too. Okay? Ooh, through the fence and into the barnyard he went. When he found the biggest pile of cow manure, he jumped in it. Oh my gosh. And yes, A word we love, an action word we love. Jump, jumped, suffix highlighted. He rolled around and around. He rubbed his fur through the delightful smelling cow manure. Ah, this is heavenly, he thought. The cow didn't think so, huh? We got some more. So we got roll, rolled. We got rubbed. We got smell, smelling. We got an ing suffix. There we go. So far we found all three suffixes, right? S, ed, and ing. When he had enough, Clyde stood up. Again, he stuck his nose high in the air, and again, he began to sniff. Oh, God, now. What is it? Oh, goodness, now. What's he going to sniff now? Oh, no. Soon he smelled another lovely odor. It drifted towards him from the stable. Horse? Clyde panted with excitement at the smell of another favorite horse manure. And we got it. We got smelled with the ed suffix. We've got drifted. We got drifted with the suffix. You guys are getting them all. Nice job. After rolling around in the horse manure, Clyde felt even more refreshed. So he was all feeling good. He was excited. I don't think the horse is looking like, what is he doing? All right, we have rolling, ing suffix, and we have refreshed, ed suffix. Nice job. He walked happily from the stable, and what do you think he smelled? Ooh, back, sorry, that happened. He walked happily from the stable, and what do you think he smelled? We already saw, right? You guessed it. Drifting past the stables was Clyde's absolute favorite odor, pig manure. Oh my gosh. If you've smelt it, it's the worst one yet. We've got walked. We have smelled. And we have drifting. All those words have suffixes on them. All right, let's go try out the pig pen. So off he ran toward the pig pens. Soon he was standing over a mud hole. He jumped in and rolled around in the mud and the pig manure. Oh gosh, Clyde. Here we go. Suffixes, right? Oh, we're back to the S ending, right? Pig pens. Standing. It's happening right now. Jumped. Rolled. Wow, we had all three, the S, the ing, and the ed. We had all three suffixes on this page. I bet you could find a lot with your reading today. Take a look. Clyde felt quite content. He thought he smelled great, so he headed back home. When he arrived home, he slipped through the doggy door and into the house. I'm not sure his owner, Mr. Moore, is going to think so about the great smell. We've got smelled. We've got headed. We've got arrived. My goodness. We got slipped. All suffixes. Mr. Norah's nose went into the air. He began to sniff and sniff. Clyde, he yelled. What is that awful odor I smell? Have you been down at Farmer Brown's again? You bad dog. You smell absolutely awful. Clyde put his tail between his legs and looked for a place to hide. Then he put his nose in the air and he suddenly sniffed the most dreaded odor of all. Soap! Oh, see how the author put it in all caps? They wanted me to read it with a lot of emotion. All right, we've got legs. We've got looked. We've got sniffed. Oh, wow, we got a lot of EDs in this book. We got smelled, and we got dreadful, which is awful. Dreadful. We got dreaded, which means awful. What do you think? Is he going to get him? Is he going to get Clyde? Yeah, he's going to. Clyde's going to have to be washed. Do you think he'll ever go to the Farm again? I agree. He's going to go again. He loves it too much, even if he has to have a tub after, right? That was the end of our book, and that's Raz Kids. So, not next week, but the week after. You'll definitely be reading books, recording. You can highlight lots of things you can do on here. Great detective for suffixes. Take a look today what you're reading. I bet you'll find some too.